Hello, your messenger here. Today I'm delivering a lot of message because there are a lot of dreams that God has been giving me. Some I've been putting them aside, like I will deliver them, but this is another one of those dreams. So the Lord gave me a dream again. In that dream, like He sent me an invitation. It looks like a postal card through WhatsApp. And in that invitation, like He was inviting people to their callings. And that invitation, every one of it had people's name. So what I did is like I received that invitation. I went to the internet cafe, print out those invitations. Like there were many, as the people were many. So I print out those invitations. It was the postal card, it looked like it was white, but it was written in black, in bold. And I print out those invitations, and I went to this place. I don't know this place, but in this place it looks like Lindeland, where where people are waiting to be deported. It looks like that. And when I get to that place and people were sitting, it's dark. It's dark. And I went to that place. It was so dark, and people were sitting, and they were so tired. Some were sitting in the corner. You couldn't see them. So as I get to that place with those invitations, I started calling out those people with their name. Like I would go to them, they would say, I'm present. I was giving them their invitation as God was calling them into their calling and their purpose. So those people were so worn out, tired, and I started handing them those invitations. And as I was about to go, there was one person. This person is my relative from my father's side. He's a male, is there. Is one of them. Even those one that I know them, but I left out this person. And that person was seated at the corner, and he called me, was like, Mkateko, you are forgetting me. And I'm like, and I look at those invitations. It was for him that was left out. So I went to him. I'm like, sorry, I forgot you. So I gave him the invitation, and after giving everyone their invitation, as God was calling them into their calling and their ministering their purpose. So I'm like, okay, now we're done with the invitation. So those people, they had to give an offering. There was an altar there that they had to give an offering, like an offering of sacrifice that will hurt them, like that will pain them. And every one of them stood out, like they stood up and went to that altar. They gave their offering, and after they gave their offering, guys, I'm telling you, there was so much joy in them. There was so much joy. They started rejoicing, celebrating. It's like, when it's like you have the stronghold in your life, it just break with that hammer that Prophet Jeremiah used. It's like, it was like that. And they started rejoicing. And after that, everyone went to their purpose, calling that God called them for. Like, while they were sitting there, it was in a dark place. They didn't know what to do because they were not doing their purpose that God called them. So after receiving that invitation and going to that altar and giving their sacrificed offering, and I'm telling you, suddenly things change, and God said there are people that are called, they are sitting, and He's sending them invitation. So when they hear His voice, they mustn't harden their voice. They must answer to their calling, because that's where they start to rejoice. That's where they will start to enjoy life, because they will be doing their purpose. Yes, everyone is doing something, but you find that the job that you are doing, or something that you are doing, you are not fulfilled because it's not something that God has called you to do. So God is saying, guys, when He calls you, don't harden your heart, because you will feel more joy and more fulfilled when you start to do your purpose and your calling. I don't know what God has called you to, what God has called you to do. But when he calls you guys, don't harden your heart. So this is the message for the people that God has called. For that one, that is my relative, and those one that I know, I will send them straight direct message to them that this is what God has said to me. So for those ones who are out there